Imagine sitting at a table surrounded by the people you trust most. Family, your own blood. The people who raised you, the people you raised. The smell of roasted chicken fills the air. Glasses clink. Someone tells a joke. Laughter bounces off. The walls dot. It should feel safe. It's warm, normal. But then your phone buzzes. A message appears that freezes your blood. Don't react. They're recording you. The sound, you blink. Look up. Everyone's smiling, laughing, passing plates. Nothing seems unusual. But in that moment, everything has changed. Before we go deeper, subscribe to Shattered Bonds, where every story pulls you into shadows you never knew existed. By noon, I was sitting at lunch with my in-laws. The long oak table was set beautifully. Polished silverware, crisp napkins, a roast chicken steaming in the center. The sun sliced through the curtains in sharp beams, warming the room. I should have been happy. I should have felt at home, but the moment my phone buzzed, my sense of safety fractured. I stole a glance at the screen. The message burned into my mind. Don't react. They're recording you. The sound. My heart hammered, each beat echoing in my ears. I pressed the phone into my lap, hiding it from view. I looked around. Everyone was laughing, joking, eating. But now their smiles seemed rehearsed. My daughter-in-law's laugh rang too sharp, too forced. My son's glance lingered just a fraction, too long. Even the scrape of forks against plates felt orchestrated, timed. A voice inside my head whispered, "They're watching. They're listening. And they're waiting." I tried to focus on the conversation, tried to laugh, tried to seem normal, but the words I read replayed like a recording. They're recording you, the sound. Every sound in the room became suspicious. The clink of silverware, the creak of a chair, the soft hum of the refrigerator. Each noise was amplified, intentional. I couldn't tell if it was real or if my mind was unraveling. A thought crept in, icy and unwelcome. Are these really my family, or strangers wearing their faces like masks? The afternoon dragged, felt my pulse, in my throat, in my fingertips, in every nerve. I stole glances at everyone, at my husband, my son, my daughter-in-law. They smiled, but the smiles didn't reach their eyes. I wanted to ask the question, the one that burned in me, who sent the message? But another thought stopped me. Don't react, so I nodded. I smiled. I laughed when they laughed, but inside my mind was racing. I became aware of subtle patterns. Every time I shifted in my chair, someone's gaze followed. Every time I reached for a drink, a fork moved in sync. Even my laughter seemed. Echoed. Later, I excused myself to the kitchen. The room was empty. I breathed, trying to calm my racing thoughts. And then my phone buzzed again. A new message. Look closer. They never blink. My stomach sank. I spun around. No one was there, but the words had planted a seed of terror. I thought about my family at the table. I thought about the way my daughter-in-law's eyes seemed almost too wide, too bright. My son's gaze too steady. My husband's smile too controlled. The message wasn't just a warning, it was a revelation. I realized I had been looking at them, but seeing what I wanted to see. The rest of the afternoon became a nightmare of observation. I watched, waiting for something to slip. And slowly the cracks appeared. The laughter, a fraction too fast. Clinking of glasses, a beat too late. A hand raised to cover a mouth, hiding the absence of a smile. Each detail fed my paranoia. But I couldn't look away. I wanted to believe it was all in my head. I wanted to believe my family loved me. But the messages were insistent, precise. They're recording you. The sound, look closer. They never blink. Night fell. Dinner ended. I was left in my room alone. Or so I thought. The phone buzzed again. This time, multiple messages. Short-clipped, chilling. They've been watching since breakfast. Every smile is a lie. Do you hear it? The hum behind the sound. I pressed my hands to my ears. The house was silent. Or maybe it wasn't. I couldn't trust myself. Was I imagining it? Or had the messages revealed a terrifying truth? I left the room, pacing. Every shadow became a threat. Every reflection, a stranger. I checked every corner, every mirror. And finally, I stopped in front of the family photo on the wall. Something was off. Their eyes. They didn't blink. And then I remembered the messages. They never blink. I tried to escape, to leave the house. The doors wouldn't open. Windows were locked tight. Even the air felt controlled, heavy, like it had been timed, I realized. I had never been in my house. I'd never been with my family. The room shifted. The furniture, familiar. But the people, not familiar at all. They smiled. They moved. They never blinked. And I understood. I had been observed all along. Every laugh, every sigh, every small gesture. All for them, all recorded. I screamed. No one answered. Because no one was really there. Hours or maybe minutes passed. I can't remember. All I knew was that the messages continued. They're always watching. Do you understand now? There is no one left to trust. I sank to the floor, trembling. The walls seemed to close in. The faces smiled at me, silent, eternal, unblinking. I realized something that made my blood run cold. I had been looking for family. But there was only performance, only observation, only the unblinking eyes. And now, here I sit telling you this story, wondering, are you alone? Or are the eyes watching you right now, recording your reactions, listening to the sound of your heart? This story left you unsettled, shaken, or questioning everything around you. Subscribe to Shattered Bonds, because every sound, every sound, every shadow, and every smile could be hiding a secret waiting to be revealed.